hello.
Hi, sorry I had some
Hello.
trouble.
That's okay. Welcome, Mayor Donchess.
Well, thank you for having me.
So I just want to start by welcoming you and introducing Holly. You and I've met many times,
Yes.
but Holly is our director of our deaf services team here at Greater Nashville Mental Health. And so she wanted to just kind of start by giving you a brief kind of synopsis, summary of our deaf services team, how long it's been around, and just what we do here. And then we'd love to just have some comments after that from you, and any questions even you have after that. So I'll let her start if you don't mind.
That'd be great.
Hello, hello. It's nice to meet you, finally. Nice to meet you and see your face in person, if you will. As Cynthia mentioned, I am the coordinator here of Deaf Services at Greater Nashville Mental Health. Our program serves deaf and hard of hearing individuals with mental health challenges. We are a statewide program. And the reason that we are statewide is it makes the most sense for the state to have a specialized team for the state as opposed to an individual team at each center. We do have a quite small community and a small team, so Greater Nashua is covered by our team as well as all the other catchment areas in the state. We came about in 1995. We do have a team of clinicians and case managers, and we have an interpreter as well. We are supported from our medical director for medication and psychiatry support. Everybody on our team, except for the medical director, is fluent in American Sign Language. Our staff interpreter provides sign language interpreting in a mental health environment for people who meet with other staff in our agency who may not know sign language. So really, in a nutshell, that is what we do and who we are. Since COVID-19 pandemic has come about, we have been working mostly remote, and that started about March. We already were providing services on the phone before the pandemic hit if we had to. And that's mostly because we use a video phone for talking and communicating to each other. We use sign language. So it was easy to transition to a remote world and working from home and stay in contact with our clients all over the state while they stayed home as well. Now, we do have the PPE that we need in-house. We are using clear masks, and we are able to get out into the community a little more and start traveling to see people in person and reconnect physically with our clients. And we are getting ready for fall and winter time that may be more stressful in mental health. We do see an uptick, so we are getting prepared for that and making sure that everybody is connected through the winter. This week is International Week of Sign Languages, or International Week of the Deaf, I'm sorry, and today is International Day of Sign Languages. I really appreciate your time to celebrate with us and really promote awareness of our community. Thank you so much. Are there any questions that you have or any thoughts?
Well,
I know I just gave you quite a bit of information.
yes. Well, I'm very happy to hear it. I didn't realize that Greater Nashville Mental Health had such a service that, of course, our people with hearing disabilities can still receive mental health assistance. And the team, Holly and the rest of the team, I'm sure are going to do a good job in helping to support that part of our community. So how many clients do you come into Greater Nashua Mental Health who do have a hearing disability?
Currently, well, over the last year, we're serving about 65. When we are at full capacity, and with that being said, I do have one staff position open right now, but when we are at full capacity, we can serve up to about 80 clients at a time. And that's all over the state.
So you're based here in Nashville, but actually your group of clients is beyond the Nashville community statewide.
Yes, that's correct.
So
what we have is extra support built in, and that's from the state to support our travel and our technology needs.
So it's helpful that you do so much through technology, because you can assist someone who's lives in Coos County right from your desk, so to speak. That's nice.
That's correct, yes.
So the pandemic works well for you in a way. You know, it fits in with the need to do long distance service.
Yes, yes. It was still challenging for our community to become
Mhm.
isolated during this time. And so our goal is to stay connected, really to keep that connection. We know that they are isolated in their communities as well. Worse now with masks in public environments, communication barriers have definitely increased. So we are seeing mental health stressors increase in our community. But with that being said, you are right. We still can do this safely from our home and working remotely. It is important that people have access to high-speed internet. That is still a big barrier in rural areas for the people that we serve.
Now, in terms of Greater Nashua Mental Health in general, and the hearing disabled clients also, how much of your counseling is done remotely at this point?
At the beginning of the pandemic, like after the first 2 weeks, we were able to stand up remotely and telehealth very quickly, and we were about almost 80% of our services were remote. As we've gone through and have gotten, increased PPE, better understanding of COVID-19, we're now at about 50-50. So 50% of our services are still being done remote. But a lot of our clients, the longer the pandemic went, the more isolated they were feeling and the more their symptoms were coming out. And so
I know how they feel.
yeah. So we really felt the need to get back to seeing clients as much as we could. So we're about 50-50 right now.
I had COVID-19.
Yeah.
Although my case, I mean, I was lucky. My case was not serious, but definitely I could feel it.
Yeah. I'm glad you're feeling well.
So we got an outbreak in City Hall, which, just kind of snuck in. It's weird how it can get in, but it did. And then, of course, it gets passed on to a few other people. And so we had to close City Hall again for 2 weeks just to make sure everything gets tamped down.
Yeah.
Now, I do have a proclamation for the day, International Day of Sign Language. Now, do you want me to read that, or is this too?
No, we'd love for you to read that.
All right. Well, we're going to get an interpretation, so I'll try to not go too fast.
Thank you.
Whereas September is Deaf Awareness Month, and today, which is September 23rd, is the International Day of Sign Language, first observed by the World Federation of the Deaf in the late 1950s. The month of September is dedicated to promoting a greater understanding and celebration of the deaf and hard of hearing community. The deaf community is diverse, and society has much to gain from solutions that it has created, particularly when exploring the world through a visual and tactile lens.
Mm-hmm.
And whereas approximately 90% of deaf persons are born to hearing parents who are often not previously aware of deaf persons, therefore it is critical for all of us to remain vigilant in ensuring that all of our deaf and hard of hearing neighbors are able to thrive in their cultural and linguistic identities. And whereas it's thanks to dedicated professionals like the Deaf Services team at Greater Nashua Mental Health, of course led by Holly, at deaf and hard of hearing persons are living their best lives. The team has provided a comprehensive mental health and substance use disorder group of services to individuals who are deaf or hard of hearing since its creation in 1994. Greater Nashua Mental Health is the only such center in New Hampshire that has a deaf services program as designated by the Bureau of Behavioral Health. Deaf and hearing professionals fluent in American Sign Language lead this team and provide services throughout New Hampshire. And whereas throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, the Deaf Services team has worked even harder to be there for the deaf and hard of hearing, supporting them through the challenge of wearing face coverings and protecting their well-being. Now, therefore, I, Jim Donchess, Mayor of the City of Nashua, do hereby proclaim September 23rd, 2020 as International Sign Language Day and September 2020 as Deaf Awareness Month. And I encourage all Nashua residents to promote awareness and appreciation for the cultural and linguistic identity of the deaf community.
Wonderful. I'm giving you a deaf applause, Holly is saying. Thank you so much for your support, Mayor.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, we're very happy to share all the things that happen here at Greater Nashua Mental Health. It surprises me often that people don't know the breadth of what we do. So like to hear you say that, you know, you didn't know about this program, I think shows all the more importance of a day like today or a month like September that we focus on the awareness of special groups and that really do need our attention.
Maybe I should stop by one of these days pretty soon and pay you a visit. And
Oh, we would love that.
all right, we will definitely.
We would definitely love that, Mayor.
Well, I'll get Cheryl to schedule it.
Thank you so much.
City Hall is closed for a few days, or a few, you know, for the rest of this week and next week, but that doesn't really matter. You know, I'm recovered from COVID-19. I'm cleared by public health. I've done 10 days of isolation. Symptoms are gone, so I'm fine.
Good.
Cheryl, who's on the call here, will contact Cynthia and we'll maybe put something together.
Great. We appreciate your time so much and for joining our celebration with us.
All right. Well,
I really do hope you feel better soon, Holly is saying.
well, I feel better now, so I'm.
Oh, good.
So
Oh, that's great. That's really great. Keep yourself healthy and safe.
all right. Well, it was nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All
It's
right.
so nice to meet you. Thank you for your time today.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.